Welcome back, everybody. This is Herbie with my Nomadic dream, and I want to talk about the government shutdown and what that means for Quartzsite. Everybody has their own opinion on all of that stuff, and it seems like a lot of people out there on all of the forums on Facebook and everything has their own opinion, and I'm just gonna tell you my opinion on it, because what kind of person would I be if I did not try to help people figure this out? But before I get into that, I got a backup alarm. Wide load, beep, 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 beep. All right, let's get into the good stuff, shall we? Okay, back to Quartzsite and the government shutdown. What does that mean? For us, it means absolutely nothing. All public lands remain open during government shutdowns. The only difference is that the volunteers and the workers might be a little bit more limited on what they do. So I'm not going to worry about it. As of right now, you cannot purchase a permit for the Ltva at one of the kiosk buildings in Quartzsite, but you can still purchase your permit online at recreation.gov. It does cost $10 more, and you do, I repeat, you do have to print it out so that you can take it to the Ltva kiosk or a BLM office like in Yuma and exchange it for your actual sticker. So that's an option if you are worried about parking at the Ltva and getting kicked out, because there are rangers and there's always a chance of somebody coming by checking, and if you don't have it, they can ask you to leave, or they can just kick you out for the whole season. So for me, I've already purchased mine about a week and a half ago. I've printed it out just like I did last year, and I am ready to go no matter what. You might be wondering about the amenities at the Ltva, like the dump station, water fill, and trash. Well, the trash is done on a contract. That's already been paid. So I don't see any issues in the foreseeable future on being able to dump your trash. Then again, you might have to show proof that you actually have a permit to dump it if somebody is there looking. As far as the water, it should remain on, as long as one of the workers did not turn off the pump, because it's water. Even if there is a government shutdown, there are the non-essentials and the essentials. I don't know which one is which when it comes to the amenities at the Ltva, but there is water in town still that you can get from a number of companies that have the little water kiosks on their premises. You can still get propane in Quartzsite. There's a transfer station where you can dump your trash if need be, or at gas stations. If you're one of the smart ones, they use the small trash bags, not those 30-gallon ones. So yes, you can still come out to Quartzsite and boondock with no issues. There's still the regular BLM 14 days that are still open. That the camp host is probably still on duty because they are volunteer. They should still be able to write you out your permit that you can take to your rig, and everything will be fine. This government shutdown does not personally affect me at all. It might for some people, but even Medicaid and Medicare, those are essential. Those remain open and issuing during a government shutdown. Those are essential. But yeah, I keep hearing that there's a lot of people coming early to Quartzsite this year. I've seen some videos. In some areas it does look like it's congested, but the vast area is still pretty barren. Another update on the Ltva across from South, Tyson Wash. The dump station over there and the water fill station is still not operational. Not sure what's going on with that. But with the government shutdown, I'm pretty sure nobody cares about that right now that holds an office. I think it is Ltva North that saw some recent damage during the last couple monsoon rains. So there's some wash that has went over the road and tore it up and stuff like that. I'm eager to see it in person. But yeah. Oh. And I've decided rather on waiting until the middle of October, October 15th. I'm thinking about leaving a couple days prior to that, like the weekend before. Because it's been getting down into like the mid 80s, low 80s that week. So I don't really see the point in waiting 2 or 3 days just to get like 1 or 2 degrees cooler. So I'm just gonna make my way down there and start having an awesome winter. I got this bus that I gotta finish. Yeah. Are you guys worried about the government shutdown? Let me know down below. Unlike Quartzsite chatter and all of that, there's been a lot of back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Well, in the years past, people have said, in the years past, during a government shutdown, you just go there, you set up camp. When they open back up, that's when you get your permit. Yeah, that might be true years past, but every year is a new year. And every year we're getting closer and closer to a digital life. So if somebody is asking if they should purchase their permit online, don't talk them out of it, because just because you haven't been approached by a ranger or somebody else doesn't mean that they won't. And that could really deter them from ever wanting to come back and camp in Quartzsite and experience everything that the area has to offer. So it goes back to Bambi. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So simple. But yeah, whatever you feel like is right, do what you feel is right. If somebody tells you, oh, you don't need it, don't be a wuss. It's always best to follow your own intuition and your own gut. That way you can always come out on top in your eyes. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here. That's pretty much all I had to say about the government shutdown and how it impacts the BLM and the LTVAs in Quartzsite, which is not much. There's still resources, there are still options, and the season is still going to go on. So until next time, I hope to see you all in Quartzsite this winter, and later guys, bye.